October 4th?
Huh?
October 4th. Right?
Yep.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Spearhead transmission. It's October 4th, 2017. It's time to break those chains and water that tree. If you're on YouTube, make sure to subscribe or click the dinger. Swing from the balls.
Exactly.
Are we on YouTube?
Yeah.
Swing from our balls on YouTube. I've had 2 glasses of wine, so
You're
I'm
already
drunk. And then number 3 here.
And you look fantastic. Come in here all
I feel fantastic.
I'm wearing a sweatshirt.
I like dressing up, man. I don't see why people always bitch about it.
I
used to when I was a kid, but you're supposed to bitch about dressing up when you're a kid.
Right. Things never fit right when you're a kid.
I want to do a running gun in a full suit sometime and with dress shoes. Be sliding all over the place, but
it would be rough.
Be like heat. I mean, if you want to make it, you could wear a hockey mask, you know. But because think about it. So if a running gun's supposed to be like the test of your, you know, like it's not like you're going to be just standing around waiting for the shit to. I'm waiting for the shit to go down. So I've got my newsboy outfit like you wear, or you know, your tactical pants. So,
which I don't wear.
Yeah. So
I wear stretch pants.
I bought a pair of tiger stripe pants off Amazon yesterday because that picture Jared sent of the previous
Zulu
is the old. So I like tiger stripe, right?
Yeah. Does it take you back to being a kid? Like,
yeah,
you look at watching old movies.
So I've got that. There's like 2 styles of. Well, there's more now, but there were like 2 styles of tiger stripe back in the day. There was that type with the yellows in it, like dirty or not dirty Harry. John Wayne wore in the Green Berets, and then there was that like darker color. Well, I forgot all about that until I saw that picture. So I was on the search, dude. It was like a literal. I had to do research to find some of those pants, but I found some on Amazon.
Yeah,
made sure they had button flies and reinforced ass and knees. So they haven't shipped yet. Probably fucking garbage when they show up. You know? It's gonna feel like wearing cardboard. Like I need the 50/50 Nyko pants.
Yeah, the
nylon cotton blend.
Yeah, you'll have to like beat them against rocks for a month.
Because I bought some of those ATAC or ATAS or TCAT or Decoded pants or whatever they are, and they're like 100% just. They're not cotton at all. They're
some nylon.
They're like fucking hurt to wear. They're uncomfortable.
Oh, they're like made out of fire hose.
When you walk, your pants don't even, or your legs don't move. Your legs are moving in the pant legs. You know, like you can stand them up by themselves. So this is it's been a pretty interesting week. A lot of shit's happened with Las Vegas still. We've got a special guest tonight to talk about that and some other things. So
we'll do the recap of Camp Zulu afterwards.
And we had our Camp Zulu camp out, if you didn't know, this past weekend. So we'll talk about that after our guest. But let's I guess we can go ahead and get him on.
Let's do it. We're gonna Skype him.
All right. Are you pausing it?
I'm pausing that, but we're still live on YouTube. So
this is
yes,
additional material for the YouTube. Or is anybody fucking watching the YouTube? Our YouTube views fucking horrible. Yeah, one of those videos we did from Camp Zulu got 6 fucking views. Like, like people have got to click on shit on accident more than that.
I think so.
Guest is not answering the phone.
He's got a different. Ask him if he's got a different Skype.
YouTube viewers, hang tight.
Hang tight, guys. We're building an audience. Yeah. That's what the big YouTubers say. Yes, Dyer is really coming on. Maybe. Whoops. Let's text him. So Solara Fascio watched us throw axes for a while. I have to make sure his Skype is the same.
He said, no, for some reason it's not working on my phone. Should we just call him?
We can. You just won't be on the video, but that's fine. Say we call him. Guess we are chopped liver at Tom Joad. Who's that? Who's Tom Joad? The ghost of Tom Joad? No, you guys aren't chopped liver. It's hard to keep up with the.
No, we like it. We like our viewers.
Yeah.
Actually, I prefer about 6 people to chat, because otherwise it's just AOL chat room. Shit's flying off the screen.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm talking about views after the fact.
Yeah,
it's disheartening. It's like going on a run, thinking you ran more than 2 miles, and you're like, fuck, I did that 7-minute miles. And then you go back and measure on Google Earth, and it's like, oh, fuck, you ran 1.5 miles in 9-minute miles.
We'll try one more on the Skype.
He said he's going to another room.
Oh, okay.
I like Tom Jones.
Tom Jones?
And that who's on there?
Oh, it's Tom Joad. Said, yeah, I watched Shane. Bunch of Nancy boys.
We were Nancy. Short shorts. No one could fucking stick an axe except Jay. Jay was given way too much instruction.
Definitely was. Hey! Can we get video or no video? We don't have to have video.
Your pants on?
That'd be amazing. It's up to you.
That's what the listeners want.
That's what the listeners need.
Is that on?
Oh, no, you look great. Fantastic. All right, so we're just gonna. We're actually. Here, hold on 1 second. Let me make sure. There you go. You look great. You can't see us. We can see you though. Yeah. Hold on 1 second, and then we'll go. You're not only a black belt, you are a black robe. There you go. All right, so we're live on YouTube, but right now we're also doing the podcast, so we do it separate, right? So I'm just gonna.
And we love our YouTube viewers.
Yeah, and they all love you. They're already asking about you. Chomping at the bit. They said, is that son of a bitch really going to be on?
Give a full frontal with that robe is what he said.
Mm-hmm.
Or they.
All right.
Can't fuck computer and work. Huh? That's the name of this game.
All right, here we go. I'm going to give you some intro music that we'll bring in, all right? There he is.
Who?
Look at him. Look at it. Can you see him on YouTube? All right. So tonight with us, Jay from Jay's Analysis, Hollywood Decoded, Mr. Hollywood himself.
Mr.
He's
Hollywood.
live on the internet, right there, on YouTube. That's right.
Are you drinking soup? What's in that cup? Oh.
So, look great. I like that. I like your robe. So, what's up, man? We haven't talked to you in a little while, and now all of a sudden, we've got this the biggest story of the year, probably, right? And we definitely want to. Uh-oh, somebody's saying they can't hear you. Son of a bitch. I can hear you fantastic.
Yeah.
So, no, it's not. It's on it's YouTube channel. You guys chat, talk it up a little bit, and I'll try to fix it. You and Jay.
You're gonna pause that?
No, they can hear it here. They can't hear it there. So we'll.
Yeah, no one wants to hear that. Oh, okay. Well, so what are we talking about? Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Dude, I've got all kinds of questions about Las Vegas. And there's to the point now. Is that?
We're after your mind. We don't care about your robe. Who cares? You don't have
I'm
to
in a
be,
suit.
He's in a suit. I'm wearing a sweatshirt, and you got a bathrobe on. You're all right, man.
And I've had 2 glasses of wine and a chocolate tart. The thing is, man, is the Las Vegas deal is bringing out people that you would consider to be normal, run-of-the-mill, day-to-day workers or whatever you want to call them. Just people that just stick their head down and don't pay attention to anything. And they're saying stuff. People are coming to me to work and like, what do you think? I'm like, cool. I think a lot of stuff, man. So I always preface it with like, I know I'm crazy and everything, but you know, I say like, well, what would stop some? Oh, really?
Really?
What? Who was the first guy that they listed? As the shooter? Oh, the first guy killed, like from the shooter. Okay. So what are people saying to you? I mean, are they just saying that? Yeah, and that's one of my things with a lot of the stuff is I'm like, man, I don't know, I don't believe that people didn't get killed, but I do believe that, you know, like everything else that you get told, like you get told what they want you to hear, right? So there's a lot of stuff that I've seen following us, and I know that, you know, there's in the age of today, like shit's just released as soon as they hear about it, and then, you know, no one knows what's the truth. You know, like there's multiple shooters, yeah, because people are going, you know, crazy, running from bullets and stuff in the streets. But there's still stuff that I'm finding it real hard to believe that some dude that's just a regular old Joe his entire life and just wakes up one morning and it's like, you know what I'm doing? I'm gonna fucking plan a mass murder. I'm going to rent the whatever room in a Mandalay Bay and I'm going to mow down a bunch of people from my room and then kill myself. You know, just that does not make sense to me. And for whatever reason, this entire news cycle or whatever it is, I've just been like, I keep checking this to see like, all right, someone's got to, and I'm waiting for them to tell me the reason, even though I know like they're telling me what they want me to believe, right? Because I have my own hypothesis, you know, or reasons to think what happened, but I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of stuff about it that's just fishy to me, like with all these other things that people end up making all these, you know, grand conspiracies about. But I mean, what are your initial thoughts on it?
Obviously the official story right away, just because of his age and what the claims were about him, you know, lugging all these guns around, and supposedly he didn't have any interest in guns and whatnot. But then a completely different story came out that he was a gun nut and he worked for a time with Lockheed Martin and all this kind of stuff, and all the big gambling debts. And I said kind of right away that I think the girlfriend is probably more relevant. She should be considered, and it took until yesterday for them to say that they're looking at the girlfriend as a person of interest. I mean, she appears to have had some very interesting associates in her circles. If the information that was dug up in terms of her social media profiles is accurate, assuming that it is accurate, she seems to have some pretty bizarre connections in other Middle Eastern countries. She took a trip to Dubai, which I think is curious. The brother's actions seem bizarre. The first day he's like, this is blowing my mind. He would never do this. He doesn't like guns. This is no way. And then today he's like, we're really wealthy. We have so much money. We have a lot of money. We're really wealthy. And there's nothing weird about wiring $100,000, and he really likes his girlfriend, and there's no way there was anyone helping him, because my brother was a do-it-yourself kind of guy.
Do you? So when you?
On and on and on.
So when you hear the brother talk, do you get the impression that he is hiding something? Like, that's all I get is because today he's like, I can't even shoot an AR-15. My shoulder's messed up. I can't do that. No, not me. Like, it reminds me.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Today it seems like he was saying a bunch of just wild. I mean, maybe he's having a mental breakdown. But yeah, there was something very bizarre about the whole 20-minute, 30-minute rambling screed today.
So yeah, because he was like, I'm not a crier. I woke up this morning, I was crying. Like, what? What the fuck are you talking about, man? And then the whole deal of like, yeah, he did it all by himself. There was no one helping him. And I know, like I'm gonna say right here, I know I'm fucking crazy, right? But that reminds me of someone like, look, you sell this fucking story, or we're coming after your fucking family too. You know what I mean? Or whatever.
Yeah, if this was a dirty deal and there was a mob in the background or intelligence agencies in the background, I mean, he's going to say what he's told to say, or else he's going to be afraid shit's coming his way. Absolutely. Yeah.
What are you going to say?
I was going to say, so I read an article today. I read the article about him saying that, yeah, $100,000 no big deal. And then I read another article on the very next, like just right next to it, and it said that the whole reason that Stephen Paddock's girlfriend was out of town was because he told her that he found an inexpensive ticket to the Philippines and that she should go and visit her family. So, which is it? Are they very wealthy, or is she right? I mean, she should be riding first class, or does she need a cheap ticket? Right, like,
Yeah, you're riding in the cargo bay. I saved a few bucks, but I'm going to drop $100 grand.
The brothers' conversation today seemed almost entirely for the purpose of making sure that you accept that it was just him. It was almost overdone stress on, it was only my brother. Do not question that. I mean, that's just it's bizarre, man. And I think that is very, very fishy. I think those videos do look pretty legit of other angles, and it does sound like different guns being shot. I mean, I've never shot machine guns, but I've shot guns plenty, and I know what kind of echoes you would hear. And to me, it sounds like more than one gun, two, three, maybe.
Yeah.
The video clip of the light popping from the 4th or 5th floor. To me, it looks legit. I can't prove it, but I would say that there was multiple shooters, would be my suspicion.
The 4th floor thing, I saw another video where it showed that was happening before, so I've
oh, really?
Yeah, I've dismissed that one because there's video like, but there's all this stuff that,
well, there's all the people claiming that there were other shooters, which is interesting. And my brother asked he knows the family of the guy that was killed, the Sonny Melton guy. And he said that the claim was that many people reported that they thought there were multiple shooters. Many concert goers reported to the family that they thought there were multiple shooters.
Well, see, and this is all going to fall into that same kind of category as happened with like the Sandy Hook thing, like the dude that they arrested in the woods that was dressed in camo and black. The family's like, who's this guy in the back of the car? They arrested him. It's all going to fall behind the scenes. That hey, there was a lady in the audience saying that you're all going to die 45 minutes before this is happening, and yet this guy. Okay, well, think about this too. Like what? And I bring this up to people I talk to. I'm like, what's the point of having 23 fucking rifles in a room? Well, he was going to use them to shoot all those people. Like, what? You need magazines. You don't need rifles. Like, what are you trying to get caught bringing rifles into the room? Unless you had more than one person that was, either supposed to take part in this action, or or you just laying them out to get them on the list. Like, okay, the ultimate goal is to get rifles and ammunition banned, so let's get bump stocks, let's get AR-10s, let's get AR-15s, Kalashnikov, whatever. Like, line the walls with what we got to get banned. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, my first thought, too, was mafia. And probably not many people thought that, just because the tendency is to think that there is no such thing as mafia anymore. But the mafia exists at the allowance of the government and intelligence agencies. And there's a whole chapter in that book that it's called The Money and the Power, which is a history of Las Vegas and the connections between the government, the mob, and the intelligence agencies, and how Las Vegas was an allowed vice city, which surely everybody knows that. And point being that these kinds of things could happen for different reasons. In other words, they could be related to land development and casinos. It could be related to making a certain business look bad. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different possible motives that I don't think a lot of people are considering. But I tend to think that the most obvious thing would be that the crowd was, kind of the GOP country music, Trump supporter type crowd. So that being chosen as the victim, the martyrs, I think that's probably significant. It will be significant, in the remaining days as we find out what more details about what happened. I mean, that alone doesn't tell us who did it, but it was intended, I think, definitely probably to be a provocation on Christians, on GOP, quote unquote conservative.
But that's the thing I was, been telling people, like, there's got to be something somewhere where the guy said something that would, that would lead you to believe what the intention was, because it's not like all the news right now. I mean, except for the ones that are like trying to guess.
By the way, I'm sorry, but it did occur to me. Maybe this may be the point you were making, but it's totally contradictory for this to be a guy who snapped and a guy who planned a meticulous 4-day long.
Yeah.
Those two things are contradictory.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's everyone's acting like, this guy he just one day just decided or something was wrong with him. And he lost it. Like, what? People don't just fucking lose their there's some sign in the past or something, like he's fucking murdering cats or something when he's a little kid. Something would have. It's not like you're just a good person and one day like, I'm going to murder all these people for absolutely no reason. It's funny you say mob, because I thought the same thing. Like, what if that guy was in some serious debts? Or,
exactly.
And they said, hey, you're going to do this, and you're going to, we'll help you out with it or whatever. And
if you do this, we won't kill your brother and your girlfriend.
Yeah. And he does it, and then, oh, hey, look, you're going to kill yourself. I mean, fucking dead men don't talk, right? Guy's toast. I mean, it's a typical setup for fucking conspiracies to run wild, right?
Yeah, so here's some things, though, that are strange about it, right? Number one, I guess, I don't know, we saw some pictures of it, right? Of the layout, right? Of everything that happened.
Pancake map?
Right. Okay, and in the room and everything like that. Also, dude had cameras set up everywhere.
I haven't seen those videos.
Right. We haven't seen the videos, but it's alleged, right? There's cameras. There was cameras everywhere. He was dead before they got there. It took him 78 minutes to get there, right? What else?
And I've heard two things. They knew exactly which room he was in because the smoke was setting off the fire alarms. And the other thing I heard is like they went floor by floor. Like, how could you not?
So
the guy next to me's fucking room is making a shitload of noise.
All right. Yeah. So also you are Mandalay Bay Casino and a hotel, right? So you're big time, probably one of the biggest in the world, like as casinos go, right? Mm-hmm. You got a lot of money.
Most of the rooms, by the way, are not that expensive there.
No. Okay.
But his suite probably was.
Right. But where I'm going with this is that you generally, if you hear noise, like if you're in a fucking hotel or Holiday Inn Express and you're banging on stuff, generally there's a security guard that'll come up and be like, hey, first they'll call you.
I know a story about some guys that had a tiger in their room.
Uh-huh. Did they get in trouble?
Well, don't you guys know Dan, don't you?
Blinzarian?
Yeah.
We tried to get on the podcast. He wouldn't answer.
He was there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's very fishy, and the reason that we really wanted to get you, Jay, is because the MKULTRA stuff, right? You're very versed in it. And what do you think about that take with this guy?
Well, I saw articles saying that he was on Valium. So if he was a big drinker and took Valium, I could see that. I've seen people who drink and take Valium. They get pretty wacky. Mm-hmm. So that's entirely possible. That wouldn't necessarily be MKUltra, but I mean, there's just no way to know given the sparse and conflicting details of this person. It's entirely possible, but it seems to me like it would be much more. This is my idea. My thesis is that this was arranged, and this person he may have had debts or something like that, but he's the one who is taking the fall for this. I don't really think this was his operation. I think he's the face of it, and beyond that, I don't really know. I mean, but
not yet, right?
The people who were the real shooters, he may have been one of the shooters. I don't know, but they probably slipped out the back, and that could have easily been done through some literal Hollywood style shit of changing clothes or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Here's the thing too, like you're talking about Mandalay Bay high end casino, like the casinos I built, like there's cameras everywhere, fucking everywhere.
Well, Vegas has the most sophisticated surveillance system. Yes,
yes,
like out there, yeah. And I've been to both Mandalay Bay and Luxor, so I've seen the area. It's a big area too, by the way. This is not like you see the pictures and it looks like they're like right next to you, but this is pretty far away stuff here.
Yeah,
the Luxor is huge.
Yeah, and that guy was shooting 400 meters to the center of that crowd.
Right.
Yeah, right. But it's a huge target. I mean,
sure, but that's a lot of people, or that's a lot of people that got killed for shooting 9 minutes. I know that sounds like a lot of time, but I mean that's a long ways, and you're shooting from an elevated position. I don't know. I'm not an expert, but I do know what a saw gun. I know what a saw sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they sound like in the city like that with the echoes, right? So, and I don't know what a belt-fed machine gun sounds like in the city. But
I was listening to some YouTube videos of trying to hear the echoes and stuff, and it does sound like a rapid fire kind of military grade, like I don't know what they're called, but the kind of machine guns that have stationary setting,
so that cruiser weapon.
Yeah, that they can aim.
Mm-hmm. So the other thing too is I noticed on one of them, it sounded like you remember those? I think they're called Hellfire triggers or whatever. It's like a rotor.
Because it slows down towards the end of it.
Yes.
So it reminded me of someone like turning a fucking hand crank, but they haven't talked anything about the hand crank, and because they make those.
I don't know. I've never fired bump fires. So I don't know if that's what they sound like when they start to get cyclic or whatever, slow down, like in the.
Because every bump fire I've seen fire just kind of like.
And there's shit for accuracy.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Everyone's focused on that. Like, fucking ban the damn things. No one gives a shit about that.
Things anyway. It's like garbage.
If you want to ban something, fucking ban them. I'm not gonna lose any sleep if I don't have a bump stock, but. You're talking about this guy's the details. Like it also blows my mind that there's 3 fucking pictures of this guy that exist in the world. The one where he looks like he just pulled an all-nighter of cocaine and a bender where he's standing next to his brother. The one where he's got his eyes closed, and then his driver's license picture. You tell me that's the only 3 pictures that people can find of this guy? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why I think the background story is curious, as if it's been deleted or covered up.
Yeah, it's just weird, and I don't.
So he's probably given a legend if he's a spook, and this is not really who he is or his background, but they are saying that he had multiple houses and planes.
Yeah,
which is interesting because he could, if he wasn't really an auditor at Lockheed, he might have been a guns trafficker. I think that's a plausible thesis.
Like what was that dude's name?
Barry Seal.
Yeah,
Barry Seal. Yeah, the movie just came out, right?
Is it out yet? Is that movie out yet? Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Dude.
Yeah, I made a funny video. I banned from Facebook because of censorship, but. I would have posted it, but it's me, like Tom Cruise with piles of cocaine here on the desk.
Excellent.
It's like Tony Montana. I have cocaine all over my face. It's organic flour. In case you try to call the feds on me.
Well, I wouldn't call the feds on you if it was real cocaine. I'd come over.
Get a lot of stuff done.
And we'd get some shit done.
So I've got my new thing. You know, I always talk about before. Like, would Russia do this to its people? Like, oh yeah, would America do it? No. Like, so you know, a lot of the leftist, liberal kind of people are saying, like, you know, we gotta act now. We gotta enact gun law, right? You know, all this stuff. Like, hey, do you believe that America went to war in Iraq for oil? Well, yes. Do you believe that America would put something in place to enact legislation where they could, you know, ban something? Well, no, that would never do that. You know what I mean? Like, it's so easy to believe that an entire country would go to war with another country over a commodity. But it's hard for you to believe that this possibly maybe a setup to further policy?
Right.
Drive through the Overton window?
If it's not a mob-related development scheme, if it's a bigger level psyop to deal with, you know, guns or something like that, or to try to force something in the Trump administration, I think that anybody who has a hard time believing that should, again, go watch the Barry Seal movie. And even though it's Hollywood, you can still deduce very clearly that the government has no qualms about running giant cocaine operations. They have no qualms about running gun operations. Do you think any of the people involved in these black markets would have any problem running an operation like Las Vegas, if in fact it is some kind of black op?
Yeah, no, I don't. Now it's just a matter of like pinning it down, right? But a lot of people do. Like, and this is becoming I think it's become a little more out in the open now. Like, more people are questioning this stuff, right? And as these things happen, more people are like, I tell you, my coworkers are like, man, you're in my head. You're in my head. Like, I'm like, no, I'm not. It's not me in your head. The deal is, dude. Yeah,
it's your own reasoning.
What's happening is you're starting to like question. It's not me. It's just you're just coming to it. You know, you're coming to the realization that shit doesn't smell right.
That's the thing, man. I'm not a conspiracy. I don't believe every conspiracy I hear, but I do have questions that still remain unanswered on all these things that have happened. The MH.
Also, I think too. Not many people are looking at the fact that this is MGM owned resort. The location could be very key in regard to who owns this facility, what their political views are. And not many people, I've only seen a couple sites that have looked at that. That was one of the first questions I asked too, because if it was an operation, it would be a lot easier if you had the support of some larger power or business interest, you know what I mean, that could help you pull this off.
Yeah, I mean, and here's like, so when I started to examine this, I don't examine it, I guess, because I'm not actually doing real research, right? But when I started to think about it, and I started to think, okay, so this can cut both ways, right? It doesn't have to necessarily be a plan to get something banned or further gun legislation. But what it can be is it can be also a driver or a catalyst to cause further division, to split the populace even to make that line even greater in the sand, draw that line even more, make it more defined in the sand. And the deal is think about how the right is rallying, and think about how the left is rallying, right? And they're both rallying around this thing. And what I'm saying is that we know that the government does things like these, right? Both sides do things like this, and they have, right? And so it doesn't. I have to look at both sides of it. So it doesn't seem implausible that this could be a right.
In other words, could it be done to be blamed on the left?
Right,
I mean,
and to further
there's plenty of examples of that with Gladio. Yeah, sure.
To further compartmentalize people and to also to concretize their beliefs and saying, oh, the left is so evil, and everybody would be like, oh, the right is so evil, and it kind of brings them both around to their basis.
Both sides right now.
It could be, but keep in mind, I mean, I was at the university not too long ago, and I was sitting around all of these social justice warrior type people who are literally being agitated into thinking that they can take on people. I mean, look at all the videos of what people in Antifa think that they're doing, that they're overthrowing, the fascists and all this stuff. People are really losing their minds. So it could go either way. You could really have agitated leftists who think that they're kicking off or fighting some war.
Right.
Very easily. Again, I was at a university where we had like former Eastern Bloc Marxist people who had been brought over to the U.S.
Uh-huh.
One guy was a former member of the Russian Communist Party teaching at my university. That was all done by the OSS, bringing Frankfurt School guys over to populate the universities by design. And they believe openly, they've written about it for many years, Horkheimer, Adorno, these different characters, about radical cultural alteration through all kinds of aesthetic terrorism. And aesthetic terrorism could include ugly, degenerate art, or it could include mass shootings. It could include necrophilia. It could include all of these really gross things to destroy the culture. And that's what most of the Marxists decided would be the best means for destroying the West. And when I'm saying it's the Marxists, I'm talking about the Marxists funded by the Fortune 100. I'm not talking about what Joe McCarthy thought was
right.
Guys over in Russia. It's guys run by David Rockefeller is who I'm talking about.
Makes sense. All right, so
it could be. Remember the Bernie bro boomer Hodgkinson? That was the first thing I thought of. Is that it's probably going to be a situation like that. Remember him?
No.
The guy that shot up the
DC ball game.
Yeah.
The
fuck plays? Like senators are out there playing baseball. It's
Yeah.
a fucking horrible game. Fat asses running around. It's like watching fucking animals play games, Elephant soccer. This is horrible. Why are we watching this? Okay, donate some money. I'm out of here.
Yeah, who would go watch that? Really? It'd be like watching people play whack-a-mole all day or something.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Boring.
But like you're saying right there is like I do believe both sides are waiting. Like,
well,
the right just wants just tell me it's fucking Islam. Just say it's Islam.
Yeah.
And the left is like, just say he's fucking a white Christian.
He's a white guy.
Yeah, they're just waiting to fucking push their agenda. Whichever way they want to go. And it's like I don't know, man. I just
the politicization just confuses it. It doesn't do anything.
It
just makes it more confusing and hard to get to the bottom of because there's an infinite stream of articles that are just about blocking guns or silencers. As Hillary talking about silencers. Silencers on guns.
Yeah. All right. So we'll talk. We won't talk about this anymore. Let's get to what you've been up to lately. I watched your the Blade Runner analysis. Yeah, the Hollywood Decoded. I loved it. That movie is one. I like that movie a lot. I've always liked that movie.
Cool. Good.
It was kind of, to be honest with you, it was like, dude, I saw that movie when I was a little kid.
Me too.
And it was one of those movies that kind of like started to make me think about things. I didn't know what I was thinking about, but I always was like, man, if this is what life is going to be like in the future, I mean, this is going to be miserable. I guess that's, it wasn't really a turning point, but just kind of like one of those things where I had no desire to live in a Blade Runner future, right? Like
a dystopia.
Yeah. And I didn't know what it was at the time, right? So I had no idea, but I just knew that that's not what I wanted. But anyways, how is Hollywood Decoded going? How do you feel? Are you getting great response? What's going on?
Yeah, we did 23 episodes, 7 are out. It looks like there will be a second season, which is good news. I haven't heard officially, but it's looking like there's a good chance there will be. So we'll pick another 23 episodes, I guess. But what's out so far is the Wachowski trilogy, or Matrix trilogy, Chinatown, James Cameron's Terminators, Christopher Nolan Batman, 2001 Space Odyssey, and Blade Runner, and maybe one more that I can't think of. but James Cameron's Avatar and Titanic, which was not my decision, but
you sing the song?
The song?
Do you sing the Celine Dion song on your show?
Oh, I was thinking of Avatar. No, but actually the Avatar analysis, the Avatar one was the goofy one. The Titanic was actually more interesting than the Avatar one. I think Avatar is pretty stupid as a film, but there's really some neat symbolism in Titanic, which I didn't notice or know about because I hadn't seen that movie since I was 18. It came out when I was like a senior in high school, so I didn't remember anything about it except for Leonardo DiCaprio and Celine Dion singing that song that just plays infinitely.
They played it at your high school graduation, didn't they?
They probably did.
They
Yeah.
did at mine.
Did they really?
Am I the only one that wanted to bang the Avatar alien?
No, I definitely did.
Yeah.
I just
The cat lady?
Yeah, I can't help it.
I thought you meant Sam Worthington.
No, I didn't want to bang him.
Or Glenn Danzig. He's the scientist in that movie.
Oh, Sigourney Weaver.
No, I totally was watching that movie and I was like,
she does look like
Catwoman's hot for some reason.
Yeah,
and she's like,
that's a real Wounded Warrior project right there.
Mm-hmm. Can't help it. Just can't help it, man. So you're doing good, right? So and Jay's analysis still doing great.
Yeah, absolutely. The interviews that I did today on that, or yesterday on that shooting, it's had like 60,000 views in one day. I think that's my new record. So
wow, dude.
Between the two of them, so I'll be way too big to talk to you assholes pretty soon.
I don't see how this is happening, Jay. I don't see how it's happening, man. You've been a staple? Is that the word? A staple of our show for 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's a stable?
That's a staple.
You've been a stable. No, it's a staple.
People say they can't hear us on the YouTube, but
well, I can turn everything up.
Dude, if you go big time, just invite me over and then I'll leave Mike for your show.
What an asshole.
It's all about selling out and being an asshole.
No.
I'll bring your show down.
It's it's still I'm still living from the website and it's doing well. I'd like for it to be doing better, obviously. Book sales are up and down. Mm-hmm. Being banned on Facebook does hurt my book sales. But yeah, I mean, as long as there's going to be another season of the TV show, I'll be good. But you never know because it's all based on numbers and metrics and how much money it makes, and just like I guess any other TV show, they won't buy another season if it doesn't get enough numbers. But the feedback is all like 95% positive. Everybody likes it so far.
It was very good.
Thank you.
Was there a specific instance that got you banned from Facebook, or was it just
cocaine?
That was it.
No, it's weird. I think it was some kind of algorithm, and it was honestly really dumb jokes that I was making just in statuses like 7 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, and so it was either some nerd, sat there scrolling back through hours of years of my Facebook statuses and was reporting me to get me, or there was an algorithm that was just doing keyword searches or something. I don't know, but
can you imagine that job, like scrolling through people's fucking stuff to flag it? Like
there was a article that was saying that Facebook had recently hired 3,000 people to do that.
Really?
Yeah, like, but I agree. Like, what kind of a fucking job is that, man? But,
yeah, that's gonna just.
like, how do you go to bed at night and not feel like just a loser from planet Loserton? You know what I mean?
What's your dad do? Oh, he reads people's statuses on Facebook and reports them. I'm like, man, what a dick.
That's a job.
Yeah, total asshole.
Imagine doing that for like 30 years and then you retire.
Retire. Well, what did you? I was the head.
I got over 18,000 people kicked off of Facebook. It was up to my watchful eye.
They probably compete. They probably have like a board of like, you know, who got the most people banned, and you win an Amazon gift card for getting the most people banned
for $10.
Dude, Amazon. I don't know. We're gonna get off subject here, but Amazon is turning into. Anytime I go to buy something there, I spend the majority of my time trying to vet the item to make sure it's
That's
real.
You.
No, man, I'm telling you.
That's you. I look at the review.
I was going to buy some binoculars and go through the comments to start reading about made in China or whatever. Are these real binoculars? Are these real Nikons or are they knockoffs? And then
I don't buy shit that costs more than $100 on Amazon.
How about a fucking bathroom vanity on Amazon? Got it delivered by a semi truck. It was crazy. Amazon used to just be about books.
I don't know. Yeah, it did.
So you got any plans in the future, the next season of your show, or?
He doesn't.
Yeah, we've sketched out some episodes ahead of time. We probably got 5 to 10 in the wings, maybe more. But yeah, it takes a long time, you know. I think I talked to you guys last time before it had started, but yeah, it takes forever to get all that down. And but I'm gonna be working on the second book, so it'll be Esoteric Hollywood Part 2, the sequel. I might even call it something ridiculous like that. Part 2, the sequel. But yeah, that'll be fun. A new book, and I'm gonna try to have a lot more content in the book that is not anywhere else. You know, it's not on the website. You can't go find it somewhere. So it'll be more in-depth type, you know, film analysis and geopolitics all at once. And actually, yeah, I'm doing a project that I've started where I'm going to be going through book by book top globalist books. So just like I did with the Tragedy and Hope lectures, where I went through the entire 1,300 pages, I'm going to take you through the entire Bertrand Russell book, Scientific Outlook, the entire impact of science on society, all of, you know, H.G. Wells' books on the conspiracy, the New World Order. These are all globalists. Jacques Attali's book on globalism. I've got Jonas Salk's 2 books on the hero of the vaccines, who's a rabid depopulation advocate. So, I mean, all these guys have their books, and they're all public, and it's all, you know, information that states openly how the world really works. I'll probably go through Samuel Huntington's Clash of Civilizations, because if you don't know, I did Brzezinski books, and then I did another Carol Quigley book after that, and then before that, Tragedy and Hope. So we're just going to knock down one by one like the top globalist books.
That sounds like a plan, dude. What's going to happen is all these rulers and heads of state are going to be like, damn it. Actually, they're probably going to go to your website so that they can get the breakdown. They're probably
going to how their fucking elites rule them. You know what I mean?
It's going to be like Cliff Notes. You're going to give them the Cliff Notes. They're going to be like, damn it. That's how it works.
Well, this is my marketing selling point. Why people will come and subscribe to my site is no other site does that. And I'm not trying to be arrogant or braggy, but you know, that's my marketing point. Is that who else? I mean, there's plenty of great information and guys doing good work out there that will talk about similar material, but none of them do a book report on every fucking book, every single, you know, chapter and page. And that's how I operate. I have, you know, little sticky notes in every book.
Excellent, man. We're glad to have you again, and thanks for the in-depth analysis of that you do, basically. But thanks for talking with us also about the Vegas shooting. And you know, everybody want to go to Jay's analysis if you want to get your analysis. No. Everybody knows what you do, man. Everybody knows what you do on our show. Jay's analysis.
jaysanalysis.com. Also, Hollywood Decoded on the Gaia Network, right?
Correct, yeah. And if anybody has Amazon Prime, if you're already on Amazon Prime as a TV subscriber,
yes.
Our show is on there.
Oh, I'm an Amazon Prime guy.
You can watch Hollywood
Decoded. I'm going to watch Hollywood Decoded on Amazon Prime.
You get free 2-day shipping on all your sexual lubricants?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
I do. Surely do. So, that's it. I appreciate it, Jay.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. And if anybody wants my book,
oh, yeah. Esoteric Hollywood.
Copies at Jay's Analysis. Just click on the tab there.
Look at all those sticky notes in there.
Some in that one, but this is my book. I don't have to do sticky notes.
How much do I get for that? How much do I pay for that one? That one
right here. It's got sticky fingerprints all over it. And you should start a conspiracy that I ghost writ my book.
All right, you want me to start that?
Get it going, then people will come buy the book because they want to find out.
You heard it here first, guys. Jay Dyer ghost wrote his book. Who's this?
You son of a
Some other
bitch.
asshole, wasn't he?
Some asshole wrote it. All right,
All right,
Jay.
man. Good to have you. Talk to you next time.
All right, thanks, guys.
Yeah. Adios.
And all that.
I don't know. I'm trying. It's all right. Everybody got a good look at our. All right.
Why didn't they take his radio or his weapon?
All right. Hopefully everyone hears. Huh?
Is it even on?
Yes. Turn it down.
Turn it. You gotta turn it back up. Tell me when it's up.
It's up.
I gotta let it play out. All right.
Well done. Thanks to Jay's Analysis. Thanks to Jay Dyer from Jay's Analysis. We appreciate him. One day we'll ride his coattails to stardom.
I want someone to get like super popular,
Mm-hmm.
and then when they get super popular, they say, "I'm not gonna do this show unless the Spearhead transmission's here." That's basically what I'm looking for.
Right. But the problem is that we offend everybody, even all of our guests.
And I'm like that show's shit. Well, yeah, but I mean, they make good jokes every once in a while.
Occasionally.
Somewhat funny.
It's not boiling in here.
I don't know. I'm drunk.
Oh, okay. All right. What are we doing? What's up?
We got to do an introduction.
Oh, okay. Let's do the introduction.
You should just play the intro song again and cut it off.
We'll there in a second. Should talk to all the people on our YouTube channel right now.
I've been trying.
It's always good to have familiar guests on. It's easy to talk to them.
Yeah, this is easy. Just cut it off.
What's your name?
It's our intro again, right?
What's your name?
What's your name?
What's the matter?
All right. So, make sure and check out Jay Dyer. Check out his websites, his TV shows, his books.
Amazon Prime subscriber. If you're an Amazon Prime subscriber, you can get Hollywood Decoded easy.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch it.
This is box
Tomorrow.
wine.
Yeah. Why, is it good?
I mean, dude, have you ever
There you
drank?
go. There you go. I didn't even, that's exactly.
Have you ever drank I mean, I've had bad wine.
Yes, I have to.
Like, oh, that's a shit. That usually revolves around the fact of like, oh, it's a sweet wine. Like,
Yes.
I'd rather drink Kool-Aid than
That's a Boda box of Pinot Noir.
But I've had wine before that is really expensive wine, right? And you're
Yeah.
like, oh, that's a $700 bottle of wine right there. Like, hey man, this tastes the same as the $30 bottle. I can't do it.
I think it has something to do with the
Pecan after dinner flavor.
yes.
No,
The tannins.
It's a farmy. I'm trying to make this so I can read the comments, but it's just fucking kicking my ass here. So were we at the introduction again?
Yes.
All right, so last weekend we had our annual trip to Uluga Lake in the lovely countryside of Oklahoma, and we made an agreement. Well, we didn't make an agreement. We had a public service announcement that said, look, you guys are like late 30s, some early 40s.
It wasn't a public, it was an order is what we got.
Like, you cannot drink like you used to, so take it fucking easy so we're not falling asleep at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, because usually every year you get there and people are just fucking throwing beers to you left and right to where you...
Still was a little bit of that this week.
Yeah, there was. I admit that the beer throwing was intense.
You took an hour break, a longer than an hour break.
I did because I
You
wanted
were
to... And I
you were
still...
dawdling around up there on those rocks.
I still think about the time that I was there, and it seems so short. It seems like a real short time. It didn't feel like I was there that long. But the other years I've been there, I'll get there, and then, I mean, it's just an onslaught of fucking carbonated beer. And it's just like...
liquor. There's usually
like,
one
here,
bottle.
Drink this, drink this, drink this. Like, dude, I'm 37. Like, and then at 8 o'clock at night, people are stumbling around trying to stay awake. And so this year we agreed, and that's why at that one point I was like, I'm not drinking another beer for an hour. And I drink water and I eat something. I mean, I was still drunk. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't anything like previous years. And then I got a little bit of a tummy ache from the fucking meat I flash burnt.
I thought it was good.
It was good, but there was something about it. I don't know if it was because it was cooked over a plastic fire or
It was?
fucking styrofoam and plastic burning in there. And
I didn't know that.
it made my stomach hurt. And then
I thought it was good.
so
I think it was a burrito that you had eaten before. It was the day before.
I don't know. I put 2 hot dogs on that fire, and Kaylin was sitting there like, or I think it was Kaylin. Someone said, those hot dogs are gonna be burnt, and like I was like, no way, dude. They're way up out of the heat. Pull those fuckers off. They're hard as this microphone. Like the same thing, like completely fucking burnt, like charcoal briquettes.
So if nobody watched the YouTube videos of our
antics,
Yeah,
burner
Camp
YouTube,
Zulu.
like up the views from like 6 to like 9.
yes
something.
Well, we did go live, so and we did have people watching, like Solera Fascio.
Yeah, Tom Jode watched.
Yeah. But
We're also live on Facebook, some too.
we did do some swimming
Yeah,
in October. It was October, right?
still
October
not
1st?
Yeah, we've been swimming.
Or
in
no,
December.
September 30th. We have swam in December,
Yeah.
but not for over an extended period of time.
That water didn't feel that bad. It was chilly, brisk.
Which one?
This past week.
Oh yeah. The December
No,
one
the
felt
December
like
one.
concrete, hitting concrete,
It's horrible.
swimming around in an ice bucket,
That was a bad choice.
jumping off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Especially when I was trying to get those wet shorts off and fucking flash my chode at a bunch of girls on horseback.
That's what we shouldn't have been sharing shorts. Fucking weirdos.
It's still, you think about that now, like, can I borrow your underwear? Like, why? Because I'm going to jump off this cliff into the water. I think it'd have been better just to do it with no clothes on, right? It'd have been less weird.
It would have been less weird than me.
You'd have to make sure and
me
let
taking-
everyone know, like, hey, this water's freezing. That's why I look like a fucking cherub out of a 15th century painting right now.
The fuck were we thinking? I was like, all right, I'm gonna jump off this, and I swim out of it. And you're like, hey, can I borrow your shorts? I guess, yes. Then you gave them back to me. Is that how that worked?
Yeah.
Then there was a
horse brigade of women showed up on the trail. You're butt naked, gooch.
Now what? So if you've ever tried to get wet pants, so you're freezing cold. Let me paint this picture.
All right. This wasn't this last weekend.
You're
this
freezing
was a few
cold.
years ago.
You've got wet. What were those compression shorts?
They were like
you wear compression shorts for underwear?
Well, they were for so that my balls didn't rub against my legs from in the hikings.
Okay, so I put on Mike's underwear basically. I mean, there's not basically. That's what happened.
They were my underwear.
So I jump in the water, and I thought, these guys are being bitches, man. Like, getting out of the water, I'm going to swim around and make myself look tough. And I got in that water, and I wanted out of that fucking water immediately. So I swim to the side, and I'm wanting to get out of these fucking shorts of mine so I can get my pants back on.
And remember, this is in December. It's what 40 degrees out?
It was like
maybe?
40 or 50. I mean,
it wasn't 50.
We were wearing stocking caps and stuff like that.
Hiking.
Yeah.
So when you're hiking,
I had a sweater on and
hiking.
Yeah.
So it was ice cold out. Yeah. And cloudy.
So I'm trying to cloudy and foggy,
moist. So
these like skin tight shorts of Mike's, I'm trying to get them off, standing with no shoes on rock.
It sounds horrible. Skin tight shorts of Mike's. I'm trying to get them off
on a rock beach, and they're like, they're just sticking to everything. I'm trying to pull them off my feet, and then I hear this, "Hey!" I'm like bent over, like grimacing and grunting,
butthole doing this.
Yeah, it's like flashing at people. And there's like four, like a full-grown woman and like four
teenage
girls on horses
right behind us.
Yeah, right. They wanted to cross the river, so I was a little embarrassed. But
things we do.
Yeah,
that was a good camp out though.
Yeah, that was fun. You need to say the line off Airplane. See if that's my head. Go straight there. You ever seen a grown man naked? Or Jimmy, you ever seen a grown man naked? Well,
anyway, so the last this last weekend was a blast. It was a good Camp Zulu. So for all the listeners that want to come to Camp Zulu that are male, unfortunately, if we have women out there, it just goes awry.
Yeah. So we did have this year. There was a lot of covert ops going on at night.
I didn't take part in the covert ops again.
You were disgusted about it for some reason.
I wasn't disgusted.
No, you were bothered.
I wasn't bothered. I just was like, I'm cool right here. All right, go ahead.
We had some walkie-talkies, so there was like other people out there, and we decided it'd be a good idea to spy on them. And when I think about when I was standing there on that rock and I was watching these people in this other camp, I was way away from them. I stood there and took a leak, and then I wasn't planning on going much farther, but I thought it was Jay, but see this guy coming up behind me all sneaky, and I can hear rocks banging around me. It sounds like someone just running down as loud as possible, and then I hear it's like step on what sounded like a pile of leaves. That's why I thought he initially broke his leg. And I see him to like fall over and then fall off this cliff. It cracks me up, man. And then I'm sitting there I'm like, did you break your leg? Like, I seriously what was that noise? Because there was no leaves there. I don't know what that noise was. And he's like, oh God, I gotta poop. Like, oh, fucking hurt myself.
We're not saying his name?
No, I'm not saying his name. Okay. So he hurt himself, and then I'm trying to call the other guy on the radio because he's going around the other side to spy on these people, and I said, what's your position? So I key up this radio, and then I look across the woods, and I can see that radio light up in the woods. Like, dude, it's fucking amateur hour out here, right? Like,
yeah.
Fucking, all we needed was one of those alarms to go off on that thing, the light to start flashing, you know? And then the story I heard when I wasn't there, which I would have loved to have seen it, of a guy, one of the other guys that was there, was low crawling through some grass, and hops up, gets close, hops up in the headlights and takes off running. The dude's enormous. So it's got to be fucking hilarious to see it. But so it was a good time. We had a good time. We drank beer. We drank Evan Johnson, you know what it was?
Evan Williams.
Evan Williams whiskey. Ate hot dogs and ate steaks, and then we hit up Egbert's on the way home and got breakfast, and then went home and fucking nursed our wounds or whatever.
I ended up, I was busy all day that next day.
I took a nap.
Get a nap.
And then I mowed the grass, and that was it.
Yeah, no, I didn't mow the grass, but I did everything else. Cooked, vacuumed. Yeah. Anyways, it was a good Camp Zulu. So next year will be just as good. Hopefully.
September-ish. We'll announce the date.
We need to do it in August when it's just burning down. So
we've done one in August.
Yeah, we've done a couple in August.
I didn't have much hangover because I was drinking so much water.
Yeah.
Try to counteract my dehydration, but
I didn't have a hangover this year. I did drink a gallon of water, so
drink half. Took a little BC powder, but
I did feel that I don't know if I'm gonna shit or throw up the next morning. Kind of that shake. That's just because your body's not used to all that.
Oh, I gotta tell one more story because it's funny as shit. So, someone showed up out there with a Love Boat paddle boat. And so when we were doing the spying, I was like, hey, we should come go through the water. So he's like, someone said, that thing's loud as hell, which it was loud if you were pedaling it, but there was a trolling motor attached to it. So if you took trolling motor, it was silent, right? So we'll just say Ted and I hop in this boat at night, and we're going to go spy on these people that are camped down the way. And so we're like, motoring along as we're romantic. We're like out there, just totally flat. Moon was out. And we come up to this campsite. We can hear these people. They're like probably fucking high school kids. I don't know. They're talking about. One of them said, "I'm too white to fight." Like, what the fuck does that mean? Anyway, there's this boat that had all these lights on it, and it's heading right towards us. So it's gonna like silhouette us to these people.
Right.
So both of us, we're both drunk, and it's like, go, 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 go. Like we're both freaking out, but laughing at the same time. And Ted's like hitting the motor, and it's just making all this fucking noise, this like popping and shaking noise. So it finally goes, and I've got it turned completely around, so we'll get back to camp. And it's like this long arched turn to where we're like driving straight towards these people's camp, and then we hit these fucking rocks. We're getting stuck on it, and I'm dying laughing, but at the same time, like, let's get the fuck out of here. I just imagine if those people would have seen us,
I'm sure they probably did.
Like, what the fuck is going on out there? You got two guys on the fucking
paddle boat.
Well, all I needed was a goose head on it. It would be like a romantic,
swan head,
moonlight. Yeah, swan head, not goose.
Yeah, I know what you meant. Same animal.
That was fun. So, check out the videos. Like and share our Facebook page.
All right, Hot Zone.
Hot Zone. This wine's making me sleepy now.
Is it? Yeah. Well, we're playing footsie under the table.
I can't feel these shoes.
Well, this morning we had a passerby drive by this vehicle that was sitting in the inside.
So his first article is local news. Why'd you pick this?
Oh, it's been on my mind a little bit.
So when I was driving to work today, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it's raining. There's no reason for the highway to be backed up because of rain like this. And then turns out some dude's dead.
Yeah. So, but not only is he dead, but how was he dead? He was found with the window busted out of the driver's side.
But he was stopped on the side of the road.
Stopped on the side of the road. It appears to be an unnatural death. The detectives are working on the scene as a homicide. Detectives found a shell casing near the Jeep, but don't know if it's related to the incident.
Yeah.
How many shell casings are just laying around the highway?
I don't know.
Or how far away did they look?
They said today that's the 67th homicide in Tulsa or whatever, so I guess they deduced that it's
But okay, they say one of the windows was shattered. They say this is what actually they say. This is the article reads. They say one of the windows was shattered. They say the SUV had a flat tire but did not appear to have been wrecked. Police close the 2 inside northbound lanes of 169, causing a huge traffic backup. Police say it appears to be an unnatural death, and detectives are working the scene as a homicide. Detectives found a shell casing in the Jeep, but don't know yet if it is related to the incident. They haven't released the man's identity. They're waiting for the medical examiner to arrive at the scene. So, I don't know. Was he shot?
Yeah.
Okay. They didn't say that in the article.
No, I mean, I'm assuming his windows shot out and there's a shell casing on the ground, so one can only...
And he died of unnatural causes.
Yes,
which
one
is...
can only assume that he got blasted.
What do you think? Road rage? He just got pissed, and they're like, pull over, pull over, pull over, and some dude was actually pulled over, and then...
I don't know.
So the reason that I brought it up is because, dude, road rage is real, man.
Go on.
Real. And here's the deal: is that you
don't
know.
Or something?
No, I'm just saying, like, you don't know what people are capable of anymore, right? Like, it's not going to end in just a fight on the side of the road anymore. You don't know that.
No. That kind of brings me to keep going.
I mean, like, so here's the deal: is how does road rage start? Like, how do we get to that point? How do you get to that point? What is it?
How does it start?
Yeah.
When I turn the key on. Yeah.
Okay, but is it? There are different types, right? So when somebody actually driving like an asshole, right, and they
usually have no idea.
They have no idea that they're driving that way. But then if they do, and you have your kids in your car, right? Right? You play it cool.
No.
I do. I play it cool.
I've repeated things I've said before.
Well, I play it cool, but I get angry because I'm like, man, my kids are in my car. Like, it means you have a blatant disregard for not only your well-being but my well-being as well, and I get fucking pissed.
I told you about when my oldest daughter said, I said something about the light, and she's like, my mother goes, yeah, what the fucking fuck, right, Dad? Like, whoa.
No, you didn't.
Yeah. It didn't make sense what she said, but she knew, like, I use that word in those instances. So.
Yeah. What the fucking fuck?
Yeah. So, road rage, though, like you're saying, I guess. So I was going to talk about this along with the Vegas shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Like guns have been around since forever, right? And their level of technology has been equal with the technology of the time forever, right? But
boat fire blunderbusses.
Yeah. So, everyone's talking about like, these mass shootings. We gotta stop. It's because there's AR-15s out on the street. Like, it's not, man.
No,
that's not the reason. And I don't know what the reason is. Like, I really don't. And like when this whole thing went down in Las Vegas, it really got me down because for one, I don't want to see 50 people get mowed down in a fucking 58 people get mowed down in a concert. That are going out to have a good time, drink some shitty beer, listen to bad music, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's sad. Like, is that the level? Because we're talking to some guys at work. I'm like, are we to the level now that where you want to go to a baseball game, you got to have sniper overwatches because fucking some numbnuts wants to decide to shoot the place up? Like, that's fucking sad, right? But what's different? Like, there've always been guns. Like, there's always been guns around. When I was younger, when I was in high school, my brother had a fucking SKS with a 30-round magazine.
Mm-hmm.
They were, I don't know how he got it. I think it's because it was purchased before a date, before the Clinton assault weapons ban or whatever. But if you were to put a bayonet on it with the magazine, it was illegal. Or if it had a thumb hole grip instead of a pistol grip, which would have made it illegal. It's just the stupid rules that you hear with the ATF. And I do not believe for an instance that it's the fucking rifle. Like, we got all these.
It's not the technology.
No, it's not. And everyone's to blame it on the fact that there's so many AR-15s. Like yeah, it's a popular weapon. Like everyone's got a fucking AR-15, you know. But that's not the reason to say like why someone thinks it's okay to go out and fucking to shoot innocent people. Like something is different now. Like just like you're saying with this.
We haven't had SSRIs forever.
Well, we
haven't had those serotonin reuptake inhibitors forever.
It's just like you're talking about with the
road rage.
Road rage, like, you know, you used to be able to pull over on the side of the road, and punch each other in the face for a little bit, and then drive off. You know, like I fucking won, whatever. But now, I mean, it's just like people are so ready to kill, and it's not. I mean, it's not just SSRIs or because I think people don't value human life like they used to, and I think part of that is the fact of all this interaction via social media or phones or whatever.
I think it's a combination. I think it's one big soup
where people don't think about the consequences of their actions or whatever. But I mean, for instance, like when I was a couple weeks ago when I was on that weekend with my wife, and I'm coming back home from dinner, and this crazy guy, he's fucking crazy, homeless dude, is yelling at me. I didn't know he was yelling at me at first, but when I looked at him, it set him off. Like he didn't want me looking at him, right? Tell me to come at him or put my hands on him again. And I had a fucking gun on me. And I'm not going to lie, I'd have fucking shot. If he'd have come over and tried something with me and my fucking pregnant wife, I'd have smoked his ass in the street, right? But I'd have felt fucking horrible for it.
Right. And
I would have rather been like, look, man, I will fucking kill you. Get out of here. You're nuts. I don't want to fucking kill you because, I mean, all the tough talk about people like, oh, yeah, you know, we'll see what it's like or whatever. Like, fuck. I don't want to see it. Don't want to see it. It's like, I don't want to kill another human unless I absolutely have to, right? But I don't know if it's video games or if it's fucking medicine or if it's fucking computers. Like, I don't know what it is, but something, like I've said, has changed to the fact that, like, a fucking kid thinks it's all right to get a gun and go into a school and start shooting his classmates because
I think it's a combination of all of it, though. I really do. I think that it's a combination of SSRIs. I think it's a combination of the fact that we don't have interpersonal relations like we used to, like where we're having to you just look at the fucking flame wars that go on and the shit that people say to each other online that they would never say face to face. You would never say that stuff, and you shouldn't say that stuff to people face to face. Like, you shouldn't say shit like that. I mean, because what you're trying to go to response out of them, right? Like, but you feel like there is no recourse or there is no consequence to saying it. What happens if you say it? Nothing.
Yeah.
You just get and so. And it could be video games as well, like a disassociation, right? People are disassociated with reality, and so not only that, but the fact that we live on top of each other, right? Like the fact that we live in a populated area, not so much here, but you just piled up on top, but you don't talk to each other. You don't have interaction with those people, even though you're piled up. It's like you're just like, what the fuck, you know? And so whenever you leave work, you want to get to where you're going, right? Like you want to. And anybody in your way, you're like, get the fuck out of the way. What are you doing?
See, my road rage usually entails calling people like all kinds of names under the sun. And I don't fucking act on it because I know there's people out there that will fucking shoot you for no reason other than the fact that you flipped them off or whatever.
Right.
And I mean, it's the same thing. It's like one time when my brother and I were driving around, this was years ago, and I had a gun in my truck, and he's like, hey, you ever think about if someone just looked over and saw you and I, they'd think we had a gun in here? I'm like, no, I would not think that. You know, some people have fucking guns or knives or whatever, and I don't know if they just, like we've said, I don't know if they don't think about what they're doing or if they just do not value humans like used to. I don't know. It's just not the same. You know, it's not like you're gonna be like, hey, pull over, let's throw down and be done with it. It's just, I don't know, man. It's fucking kind of sad.
Yeah, I mean, I think the deal is that we're kind of losing.
I agree. Like one of the YouTube viewers was saying, it's just now that you hear about it. I agree with that on some level. On the other level, you know, you would hear about a nationwide shooting of like some kid going to a school with a fucking rifle or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I do know that there were previous fucking. I'm micing you.
That's all right.
You know, like the fucking the University of Texas shooter. You know, shit like this happened in the past. It's not like tragedies are new to this time frame, but
frequency is much more.
Yeah,
frequency is much more, and there is a reason to it. There most definitely is a reason to it. You can't say that this toxic soup that you put into your body on a daily basis, the fact that the shit that we
they already said that the guy, I know we talked about this earlier, the guy said he was prescribed anti-anxiety medication in June of this year, right? So
here's something that look, okay, so let's roll ourselves back 150 years, right? Go back 150 years. What's life like for you 150 years ago? What are you doing? You generally probably not
running a printing press.
What? Okay, so you're running a printing press, right? You're running a printing press, and you run printing press for
bitching
X amount of hours a day, right?
Yeah.
You're working. But when you go home, you're generally not relaxing, right? You're going home, huh?
Not fucking.
Probably, I don't know. You might. I mean,
I've been running a press all day, man. I'm tired.
But you still gotta go home. You gotta do shit.
Dry.
You got to make sure that your food is there. You got to make sure that
Black Phillips,
right. But at one point, it's like, okay, all that's done, right? All that's done, and now what do? You might read a little bit,
smoke some marijuana.
You may. That might be what you do.
I don't know.
Make a little love to your wife, whatever, and then go to bed, right?
Yeah.
Then you get up again and you do it all over. But the stressors,
the entire time.
the stressors of your life back then are pretty confined, right?
Yeah.
But you know what to expect in your life.
Yeah, either I'm gonna die because my farm doesn't produce, or
right.
That's it.
But you know what you got to do, right? In today's world, there's a lot more stress. I think that there's a lot more stress
though.
That's right. And I was about to say that it's stress that doesn't need to exist, but we put it there.
Okay, go ahead.
You're just exactly right. It's self-induced. We put all this stuff on us that doesn't necessarily need to be there.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I'll
it
tell you why.
overloads our system.
It overloads your system. And if anyone is in that scenario right now, they're like, fuck, I'm so stressed out. You know what you need to do? You need to walk up and quit your fucking job, because I was like that.
It's hard.
Here's the thing. I was like that. What was it? Last year?
Tomorrow I'm just going to walk in.
Yeah, so
fuck, I'm out of here.
Not last year. A couple of years ago, I worked for a company. I was just stressed the fuck out, like completely stressed.
3 years ago.
Yeah, 3 years ago. And I never thought, that's more than that.
Maybe 4.
Anyway.
You worked for Dr. Helicopter after that.
No, it was before that. It was the company before that. So I was...
I know the company before. I'm saying then you quit and worked at Dr. Helicopter.
So the entire time I was at that company, I was like, no one will ever hire me, pay me what I'm getting paid here. This is the only thing I can do. I'm stuck here, whatever. And I finally got another job and quit, went to work there, and there's people calling me like, hey, come work for me or whatever. So I worked at this other place for about a year and went to the long story short. So I get to this job last year, and it turns out to be a complete fucking disaster. Place is a shit show, and I close their doors now because they're fucking idiots. But regardless, like I went there one day after getting a bad review at work, and I was like, hey guys, I'm done. I'll give you 2 weeks or I'll be gone today.
Oh, that place is closed down?
Yeah.
Because of those fucking idiots?
Yeah. So I was like, I'll be gone today or in 2 weeks, wherever you want. And I had nothing planned. I had no idea what I was going to do.
I remember.
And that was the most liberating feeling I've ever felt as an adult, was the fact that, like, and then when I left, there was plenty of places to go. I just needed to choose where I went, but all this stress that you feel like you have, like, yeah, there's stress, and I think stress is good to a point, but if you're to the point to where you're like, it's physically affecting you or whatever, like, it's not real, man. It's self-induced.
I agree with that statement. It is self-induced, and we carry it, and it's what it is it's stuff that, like back then, there was the real stresses, right?
I'm gonna die if I don't find something to eat.
But it was manageable, right? Like, you knew what was expected, right? You didn't put a whole bunch of, you didn't take on a whole bunch of other shit. Be like, oh, I get this, that, all these other things, this and that, for no reason, and then try to cope with it. And then instead of coping with it, you have to eat fucking pills to get yourself through it, right? And then. You know, and then you become an alcoholic. You do all this other stuff, and you're just like, ah.
It's funny is when I was at that original place, I was so fucking, I mean, distressed. And all this shit, everything was coming out on the same deadline. I had no resources. And I talked to this architect, and she's like, you know what you need to do? I mean, this is how she talks. And I mean, I know people can't see the YouTube video unless they're watching, but she's like, just go to your doctor. Get them to prescribe you some Xanax. You'll be fine. And she was fucking spaced out. She never did get like amped up like I did in meetings. You know, you know, because she's
some of our generation.
She was spaced out on pills. But now I'm telling you, like right now, like when people say something like, "Hey, we gotta have this done by then," like, and I'm not an employee that'll be like, we can't do it. Not going to happen. I'll give it my best, but if it's not going to cause me like heartache or anything like that if we don't make it. If it's an impossible goal, like I will do everything in my power to make it happen. But I'm not going to be like staying up at night or arguing with my wife because I'm stressed out about making some goal, work. Like make realistic goals and provide the people the assets they need to meet the goals that you set. Then it's fine, but don't set unrealistic goals and not give anybody a kind of thing and then expect them to stress their fucking life away.
Damn, we need to change the name of this podcast. It should be Self-Help Podcast.
I'm Tony Lanza. What's the guy's name?
Tony Lama.
Tony Lanza. That's
Tony Lama.
No.
Tony Danza.
Danza.
I don't know. Yes, I agree. All right.
Next article. So we need to skip the point that the guy's on Valium.
Oh, we already said that.
Yeah, so this next article, I don't read the whole thing. It's from the Daily Mail. This talks about this nurse. Okay, so with the Vegas shooting that just happened, and I know you do this, and I feel like I'm crazy because I'm doing it. But everywhere, and I think, it's sad, right? But I feel like everywhere you go now, like you need to have some sort of idea in your head of what you're going to do if something breaks out, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel like I run these things through my head all the time when I'm
all day long.
Yeah, like I'm in this fucking sandwich shop. Like someone comes to this door, I'm gonna kick this fucking window out and run out the fucking window, or whatever. Because I'm not gonna be Johnny Hero to stop someone from robbing a damn sandwich shop to save them money. I'm like my whole point is to keep my family safe, and my wife and my kids. But this nurse says she treated her own wounds after she realized she was going to bleed out during the Vegas massacre. My whole point of posting this was like, there's you do a lot of shooting training, and some people take first aid training and all that, but no one ever really trains with like, putting a tourniquet on. I know some people do, like tourniquet an arm or what, because a lot of that shit is meant to keep you in a fight, right?
Right.
But this lady, to me, like these are skills that you should have regardless if you believe in guns or any of that. Like, fuck, you don't know when you're gonna be chopping wood down with a chainsaw and cut your foot off on accident, or car wreck, or roll up on a car wreck, or roll up on a dude that got shot on the side of the road, like we're saying today. Like, if you know how to take care of yourself, you can up your odds substantially of surviving something like this. You know what I mean? Like, this lady got shot in the stomach and then had shrapnel on her leg, and ripped something off and put pressure on it. She did what she was trained to do, and it helped her survive this incident. So I was thinking, like people need to before the government tells you need to do it. You know, like have
Yeah, I
a
mean,
plan
it's
of
in your best
action.
interest.
Have a plan of action no matter where you are. It doesn't have to be extravagant or anything. Like I'm gonna swing from the rooftop and jump across the street.
Like mine. Those
Yeah.
are my plans.
But also have some, you know, some basic knowledge of like life-saving skills so that you could help yourself or possibly someone else. You know, I mean, because if this is the fucking world we're gonna live in, which is sad, if that's the way it's gonna be, then you know you might as well help yourself.
Yeah, I agree.
The next article is just more conspiracy stuff that the guy was there a day before he was reportedly there, and then had ordered food for two, which is funny, right?
Wait, but it's just a burger and a bagel.
He got 2 pops. That's what I thought. The same thing. I was like, dude, I need a bagel too.
2 pops.
You don't drink 2 cold pops.
2 sodas. Yep.
Yeah.
A Pepsi.
And it says 2 guests on the ticket, but you don't drink 2 drinks. Like I'd eat a burger and a bagel.
Who just eats a bagel though? Like if there's
A woman.
oh wait. But there's a soup as well. So
Soup goes with the burger, I think, or the
What?
bagel. Either way,
potato soup and a bagel. I wouldn't eat.
that's a woman's meal.
That is. I wouldn't eat the potato soup and a bagel or potato soup and a burger.
He may have just been banging some stripper. I don't know. But
Yeah, it could have very well been, and then just had a Pellegrino water. Damn, look how
Yeah.
expensive it is.
$70 fucking dollars, wasn't it, or something like
Yeah,
that?
yeah, $68. Then the tax, so $75. Damn, dude.
That's crazy. For a burger and a fucking bagel
Bagel
and
and
bowl of soup and two
two Pepsis.
2 pops.
And those are just, what are they? Like liter pops?
I bet you that burger was sick and that bagel was like one of those Old Town or
The
whatever.
burger's $26. Add caramelized onions for $2. A bagel with cream cheese toasted is
Man,
$10.
plate, the nest.
$12 for the potato soup. No, house soup is $12. Add $2 because it's potato soup.
Damn, I'm
Damn.
hungry.
I know.
I want a burger from Whataburger. Every
I
time
don't
I
know
come
why you
over
didn't
here.
get me one. All right.
The next one article talks about a lady that takes her kids hunting, so she sees how her kids can see the effect of guns.
Huh.
I think that's a good idea.
What's up with all this Daily Mail?
So
you trying to honor me?
No, I'm not trying to honor you. So I don't know why I'm so interested in this Vegas shooting.
Uh-huh.
But
You are, I can tell.
Yeah, I've been wanting to hear. Like, I want someone to tell me what they think because I want them to tell me what I already think. Right?
Uh-huh. Did you see this?
No, what is this?
You ready?
Well, that's a letdown. What happened to that thing?
I'm going to tell you what's happening here.
Her legs are getting skinnier.
Let's see. No, yeah, that's what's happening. It's called liposuction. This area right here.
This is photoshopped.
No.
Look at this.
This isn't.
This is a Photoshop line.
This is, no.
Straight lines don't exist in nature.
This is what's happened is liposuction here. So they like this, right? But they don't want the big thighs. And I don't understand that because that is part of that.
So if her legs were bigger, her butt would be great.
Right.
But since
That's
her
what
legs
I'm,
look
that's
like
what
a
I'm
fucking
saying.
chicken.
This is liposuctioned out.
Is that Kim Kardashian?
Yes.
I want to say the 36-year-old bottom looked bigger than usual.
Mm-hmm. So she's not happy about that picture.
She's not?
No.
Is this her reaction to it?
Your body doesn't even look like that.
You know what's a letdown about Kim Kardashian is that porno she's in? She left her bra on.
She did?
Yeah, like...
I hadn't seen it.
That's
Or I don't remember it.
that's mayonnaise sex.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Leave
Yeah.
my bra on. Why? My boobs are saggy. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
We're like rubbing uglies together
Yeah.
right now. There's fucking fluid flying everywhere. Like, I don't care if your boobs are saggy.
Doesn't matter. All right. What's
And the second thing was that video was nothing but her boyfriend like licking his lips the whole time.
that? Is that what's happening?
Yeah. Ray J or Rage. Dude, did you read this?
Yeah.
So this is from the Daily Mail too. This is mother 44. Okay, so you got to pull it up over here.
Okay.
If you're watching the YouTube channel, it says mother 44 who felt capable of murder and was prone to violent rages before every period blames sterilization for turning her into Jekyll and Hyde. She says she suffered premenstrual rages before every period for 12 years. She would scream at strangers, get into confrontations, and row with friends. Blames the outbursts on a breakdown of her marriage. Symptoms began shortly after she was sterilized following childbirth, and they were only resolved after having a total hysterectomy. So this is a picture of her if you're looking on her YouTube.
Eesh.
No, go to the next one. Let me see that. Look at the sadness in the husband's eyes. Like, that dude is a prisoner. Look at him. He's probably just now, he probably had a full head of hair at one point, but 12 years of her flipping the fuck out every month was enough to, look at him like, dude, just fucking shoot me.
Mm-hmm. It's here.
Mm-hmm.
This is all fake.
He's sad as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing, man. If she knew each month that she's yelling at strangers, why don't you get a handle on that? Get your ovaries cut out or whatever the fuck it is that you have to do. What is road? Road with commuters?
I don't know, but it's
she looks crazy.
They both look crazy. They look like one of those mom and daughter tag teams in some kind of weird. I don't know.
So she had PMDD, which is the devil's version of PMS, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I was lucky. I was self-employed during 12 years when I had PMDD, or I'd have been sacked too.
She'd had sex?
Sacked means fired.
Oh.
She looks crazy though.
So ladies, you know what? When I was on that 1AD, the pro hormone that made me, I
felt great.
Well, I knew I was being an asshole though.
That was the other stuff. That was that other stuff that we did. That Halo D.
Well, whatever it was, I could feel myself I'm being a dick.
The Halo D.
She had to have been
yeah, the Halo D made that was the one where you'd be in the head. Me too. But then the other one, 1AD, I was solid.
Well, guys, wait till your wives hit menopause. It's brutal. I already thought about that. Fuck, man.
Who says this?
Women get a free ticket once a month just to be inconsolable or ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get, I don't know how long menopause lasts. What, a week?
No.
It's 6 months or something, isn't it? Or a year?
I don't know. Years, maybe.
Then you got to deal with that, right?
That's why I'm hoping for robot
ovaries.
Yeah. Robot revolution.
I gotta get these robot ovaries to my wife before she hits menopause.
All right. I didn't see this.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I did pick everything up from Daily Mail, right?
Yeah. What?
So this is dailymail.com.uk. That's whatever. So Ariel Winter is obviously on the road to having a breakdown. She does. I mean, I don't have anything against everyone. Busts her balls for posting boob and ass pictures on her Instagram, but
isn't that what Instagram is? Isn't it just packed full of
What's the point of any social media? Is to post pictures of yourself, right?
And to go back and get that what is it, that dopamine drip for the you look and check how many likes you got. Oh, does these people like me? These people like me. These people like me. You know what?
Yeah.
You did it, man. You inspired me. I don't give a fuck about social media. I've completely
pointless.
You did it though, man. I appreciate it. I seriously do. I appreciate the I have no desire to go to my Facebook, no desire to look at anything. And it's done. I don't need.
That's what I do. That's why I'm here. No, but anyway, so Ariel Winter posted a picture of herself. She's 19, so it makes it legal. She's got a tear in her pants showing her upper thigh, but more importantly,
This tear should be right around here.
her shirt
Here.
has got. I mean, I don't see how she could walk with that one. And here's the other thing: is that taking a 3D picture? Like, why has it got the? I need 3D glasses.
Yeah, the red and blues in it.
Yeah, look up here.
Uh-huh.
She's showing off some glasses.
What is this? Is this
Fucking
one
forklift.
Forklift?
Yeah.
What the hell? Well, I'm gonna pose by this forklift. I bet she's got this taped down somehow.
She's got serious underboobs showing.
Is there more to this?
There's other pictures, but
It is in 3D.
she posts some pictures.
Who's this guy?
I think it's her boyfriend.
Yee.
I think it's funny that everyone just gets pissed off.
Why do they get pissed?
I think it's because they're jealous, right? Like
What are they jealous of? Who's like? Is it you mean women are getting pissed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's a whore, you know. No. Or some guy say that. I don't understand why guys say that about girls that post.
I don't understand why girls say that about girls. Like, who cares?
It's not
Their
you.
life, it's not
Yeah,
you.
Exactly. So show off your underboobs. Boobs.
Thanks, ladies. Let's see some more underboobs.
No. All right, go to This Sucks, and we'll be out of here.
All right. This sucks.
Mm.
We don't have
So previously, I talked about the need to make a vehicle that's completely bare bones but capable. And then what do I see today on Fox News? It says Bollinger Motors claims 10,000 reservations for its
It may look like an old school truck.
electric SUV.
I like it.
Yeah, but what does it talk about? It looks old, right?
Yeah.
It's bare bones. It's the size of an original Ford Bronco.
It kind of reminds me of a Scout, though. The old Scout, too.
It features a stripped-out interior, a boxy bodywork, designed for easy manufacturing and simple repairs. The chassis and body are both made of aluminum, roll cage for safety, 360 horsepower, and it's like off-road capable or whatever. Like, dude, it's exactly what I was fucking talking about, and here it is.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
I like the four-door one.
Oh, wait. Well, this is against my idea. It says production by 2019 and
Yeah, the price?
80 grand. Like mine would be like $6,000 brand new off the lot.
Yeah, that would be ideal. Then everybody could have one. But right now, nobody's gonna have one. Well, some people will have one. Well, not me. I won't spend fucking $60,000 on a car.
I will not spend $60,000 on a car unless I'm making over $500,000 a year. You know what I mean? Like, what's the? Well, I take that back. Like $300,000 a year. I don't know.
I think 500,000. If I made over $500,000
Like,
a
I
year,
just don't see the point of it.
I probably would.
Not to say that if you got a $60,000 truck, I mean that's your thing. I just
sunburned so bad.
I just rather have money to spend on crap I don't need.
Mm-hmm. This sucks.
Yeah, that's my car, my idea. I could be selling those for $6,000.
It looks weird without a fucking radiator, though.
You could put a fake one on there.
I would have to
put
have
the fake radiator on it.
Don't you think it looks strange without it?
Real quick on that group text, got the report from the missing Malaysian airline flight that went.
Yeah.
Did you read that?
No.
You go through and read it, and it basically says like, yeah,
We don't know where
we
the
can't
fuck it
find
went.
it. I have no idea.
I figured that's what it would say.
And it even says in the reports, like, in this day and age, it's completely unacceptable for people to get on an airplane and not think that it could be tracked to where its final destination was or whatever. Anyway, check that out. That's
You know who took it, right?
pretty cool. The
Zenu.
Russians.
No, Zenu. He took it. He's replaying history. He's going to take it and then fly into a volcano, freeze all of them, turn them into thetans, And there you got it. Tom Cruise will be happy as hell.
Right.
Who wants on the group text thing?
Hold on, I forgot to read this one too. I got one other one.
Email us your phone number. And
don't do it in the comments.
No, don't do it in the comments.
So there's this article that was done by, who the fuck did this?
What are you looking at?
So there was a research that was conducted in 1997, 2007, and 2017 that talks about the woes of people at that time frame.
In 1997.
Yeah, so in 1997, the 5 problems that were listed was number 1 was having a happy relationship. This may reflect on what we were just talking about with people just blasting each other and shit. Number 1 was having a happy relationship. Number 2 was earning enough to pay rent and bills. Number 3 was whether you could afford a vacation or a holiday. Number 4 was saving for your first home. Number 5 was when you got your photos developed, and most of them were overexposed. Some people don't even know what we're talking about right there. All right, so 2017, the same research project, or whatever you want to call it, was done. And the problems were listed as number 1 was having to wait in the house all day for delivery because there isn't a specific time slot. Number 2 was forgetting your login passwords. Number 3 was leaving your phone at home. Number 4 was no free Wi-Fi at a hotel. Number 5 was buffering sign when you're streaming something online. Like, I feel like all the 2017 problems are all selfish problems, right? Whereas the 1997 ones are usually involve someone else. Kind of. Having a relationship, earning enough to pay rent and bills.
Yeah.
For a vacation, saving your first home, or getting your photos developed.
Who the fuck are these people though to think that there aren't people out there that they don't have these same problems saving for first home?
Oh yeah.
You know, affording a holiday. Who the fuck are these elitist pricks?
Who I want to know whose number 1 problem in his life is waiting for a delivery from something. Like, dude, you serious?
Can't go to
just
your
leave,
yoga class.
Come back and box me on the front porch. I like getting shit too in the mail. I don't sit here and wait for it. I do check the delivery status on tracking things.
So look to the right there.
I'm already on Brooke Burke. Is that what you're talking about?
No, wait. No, look at the... Go back. Look at the one. I do not believe the accused man is the one that did this. Chloe Latanzi's bizarre theory. The only reason this woman is getting any play is because of her
picture. Giant boobs.
Yeah. I'm not even reading it. I'm just looking at the picture.
Brooke Burke's hot.
Who's Brooke Burke?
She's 46. Flexes her six-pack abs in aloe yoga ensemble on the OC set of Booty Burn. I don't know what the hell that means.
All right, here we go. I see it.
One of the guys on the YouTube comment said, "Yeah, but buffering really sucks." I agree. It does suck. But people were worried about having a lasting relationship, or if their fucking online video is going to buffer. These yoga pants are just getting...
Yeah, I'm starting to think yoga pants, though, or some of the yoga pants out there are getting enhanced.
Yeah, they got a specific cut to lift and firm, right?
Or they're padded.
Yeah. I think so, too.
Okay.
I think we've witnessed that in the past.
Uh-huh.
All
right.
So that does it for tonight's show. Make sure to like and share our Facebook page. Subscribe down below on the YouTube channel. Click the bell. Make sure and check us out on iTunes, Libsyn, Dogcatcher, SoundCloud, podcast source, all kinds of stuff.
None of those fucking even matter anymore. I think it's just iTunes, Libsyn, Stitcher.
Yeah, and if you could leave us a review on whatever outlet you listen to us, because it helps us out somehow. I tell you to email us and we'd send you a sticker, but I still have not managed to get that done. So
it's all right.
So we appreciate you if you're a long-time listener. We hope to keep you around if you're new. And that's all I got.
All right. That's it.
All right.
Adios, muchachos.
Gone.